Just got back from a tackle swap meet. Spent a few $100s. Let's see what I got. Here's the box. Let's peek inside here. Let's take it over and dig in. Go check it out. All right, this is stuff that I grabbed from the Prior Lake Hooksetters tackle meet swap extravaganza thing that they do every April. It's a pretty cool event. So I went this year, did a little live streaming, checked the place out, hung out for 3 hours, got the burger basket, talked with the guys at Arsenal, shot the breeze, talked to old friends, talked to new people. It was a lot of fun. And then at the end, I kind of went and I made deals and offers on bulk lots of stuff that people had of new and used stuff. And let's check out what I got. And I spent about $350, $400 to get it. So let's go through it and see what you think. You can let me know in the comments. Was this a good deal, bad deal? Peeling back the layers here. Where do we even start? There's some stuff in here. Some new stuff. I grabbed several of the new Bagley balsa B1s and several new colors. Just thought those would be, I don't know. I've seen some of these repainted. They seem pretty legit. Some flat sides. So a bunch of the Northland crankbaits here. Another flat B2, B1, flat B2, another balsa B2, diving B2, balsa B2 in a craw pattern, another balsa B1, another balsa B2, another flat. Got a couple of the wakes. There's another B1, another B2 flat. Some more flat B2s. Actually, a lot more Bagleys than I thought. Diving B1. More balsas. Diving B2. And then one more wake. So there's just a pile of Bagleys to start with. Got 2 swim baits, cull shad, and a medium hangover. Got the slow sink, wasn't real pressed. Kind of want to try this medium sink, see what it's all about, and then cull shad. All right, so all those Bagleys are in that bag. We just looked at swim baits. I did get myself a partial pack of Arsenal tactical minnows. That's definitely going in my chatterbait trailer bag, so that's for me. We were able to scoop up some mega bass. So we were able to get 5 110 juniors and some kind of cool looking colors here. Wagasak MG Waxia 2 GP Pro Blue. So that's kind of cool. And then a couple of Pop Maxes. I'm not the hugest fan, but that's a Sexy Shad Pop Max. And a Black Karachi. These are definitely going to end up on a Whatnot stream. So some of this stuff is for myself. Some of these baits will definitely be for myself, but others like these are definitely going to end up on future Whatnot shows. So if you ever wanted to check out Whatnot, go ahead. I'll have a link down in the description below where you can see what Whatnot, but it's basically live eBay auction selling on video. It's pretty cool. I'll have these up for sale. Usually if you're new to Whatnot, if you use the link down below, you'll get like a $10 or $15 credit to your first baits or whatever you buy on Whatnot. So it's a pretty good deal. And you can follow my next show where a lot of this stuff will end up. If you see some stuff that you want, you can message me, or if you say, put that up on Whatnot, we'll meet you there and you can check it out. But yeah, some of the stuff I'll keep, some of it I'll kind of flip, and we'll see how I make out. So moving on, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 Planos left and this big box here. Let's see what we got in here. So we got a couple of straight shooter Picasso swim jigs. Never tried those before. They're kind of grass jigs. Interesting. 1/2 ounce molting craw. We got nice rattle and spook in kind of a bullfrog color. We've got a big old giant deep diving plug. I'm not even quite sure what that one is. People can comment if you know what that bad boy is. Got some Raplas. 7 to 8 footer. Gonna have to do some organization here, but we got DT square, some DT 6s here, some more DT. They're all kind of tangled up to go. You know, DT square. There's another Rapala square bill, KVDs. Here's a Mans square bill. You know, anything Mans isn't being made anymore. Got some. I think that's a Cloud. No, not a Cloud. That's a Curves, maybe 55 6 cents. Another Curve, a Live Target. We got a Wiggle Wart here. New one says Storm on the bottom of it. Clack and Wrap. Those are hard to find. People like those. A Rick Clun square bill. Another square bill Mans. Some more Mans. DT. That's probably gonna end up in my box. Those are good fishers. Not sure what this walking bait style is here. Little mini bronze eye. It's a deeper plug. Kind of reminds me of Evolve Soul 5, but I'm not sure. Smaller Clack and Wrap. Probably a future whatnot. Yeah, that's a pretty good little box there. Some good fishers, some baits that'll probably end up in some others' hands as well. Right. Moving on to the next box. It's got some big, weird jerk baits I got. You get some odd stuff when you buy lots of everything they have left. I'm not sure what these are. It's a funky paint job. Looks like we got 5 Shadow Wrap jerk baits. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 6 different, 5XD, 6XD Strike Kings with no hooks on them. And then looks like we got 5 Arashi square bills, which are cool. Arashi flat, a little rarer. Some people like those. And they actually say they fish a little bit like these Little Johns, which this one will probably go in my flat side box. I like throwing these Little Johns around wing dams and things like that. So that's probably a keeper for HellaBass. But that's a pretty cool box. 3 more Planos to go. This one does not have a ton in it. Some deeper cranks here. Maybe a 6XD and maybe an 8XD. Maybe that's a 6 cents. Kind of looks like it, not sure. 3 Raplas. We got this big dog. Kind of some random deep crankbaits. And I don't know what that one is. Weird little flat side. It's a funky little lip. Another box. What do we got here? Starting in the back, we got a Magwort. Maybe like a Series 4. Strike King. Another Strike King. These are mostly Strike Kings, I think. These look banded-ish. A couple more bandits here. Looks like the newer bandits. It's a Strike King Shallow 1.5, I think. Another of the newer Magworts, along with some kind of mid-diving crankbaits. Bomber Square A. Spro. And then one of the kind of 1.5 kind of shallow wakes. There is a deeper diver Arashi. Rashi Deep 10. You don't see a ton of those. Can't clearly tell if that's like a Strike King or a Shields. Another Rashi Deep. Strike King. Canon. Another Arashi Deep. 3 more Arashi Deeps. So if you like your Arashi Deeps, those might be on Whatnot in the future. Some other medium diver, Strike King looking crankbaits. Pretty full box there. But this box is where the gems are, if I remember correctly. Some digging in here. We've got a suspending wigglewort from Shields. That looks to be an old suspending wart in the package. So there alone is a nice little find. Is it color pattern 023? Or no, SP53. Kind of a perch. Got a bomber. There's another OG wigglewort, kind of a black glitter. Attached to another good looking wigglewort color, but it's a new one. Excalibur XCS 100s. Those are goodies. Cordell Spot. I think this is a thin fin. Newer wart. That's a bomber flat A. Some Normans. Looks like another little Mans. And a Strike King. DT4 and Demon. I think they stopped making Demon. Another OG wigglewort. What do you think? That's one that you would keep and fish or repaint. Clear lip is a nice feature for repainting. Looks like we got a DT10. Another bomber flat A, 2FA, flat A. Not quite sure which bait that is. It says 3 to 6 feet. Smaller Bill Dance signature head and spook. Tiny little square bill. Big old fat cotton cordell with a chug bug. Nice older bone butyrate Bill Lewis lipless. Might keep that one. A 6A bomber. Let's see. I'm not sure what that one is. DD22 suspend. Another Man's square bill. Nope, that's an Excite Baits. Sorry, Excite Baits square bill. Bill Dance medium run signature. Fat free fingerling. Little Dorman. Is that what the I don't know, mid end maybe? Another newer wart. Another new wart. Big old fat husky jerk. Looks like we just found ourselves another suspending wigglewort, an older one. Nice. Bigger Norman, chartreuse blue. DT4. Some weird little oddball. Another DD22, I think. Another nice looking Norman. These gel coat glitter jobs are kind of popular. That's a little Man's single stamp, -1. Not sure what that is. I think that's a newer wart. There's another XCS 100 Excalibur square bill. Good looking Norman. I got that little lavender pink to it. Newer wart. DT4. Is that brown crawdad? Speed trap. There we go. Nice little find. Fire Tiger speed trap. Some more Norman. A lot of good Normans as we go in here. Look at that little guy. Little fish catching, little square bill Norman. I don't know if they're, it's like a silent red eye. Newer Model A 6A bomber. Another DT4. Some more Normans. Let's show one more of those shallow flat wakes. It's a good looking Norman. Another Speed Trap in one of my favorite colors. Another Bomber 6A in a red. Newer Wart. A little 1.0. Looks like the Lucky Strike version. Rick Clun. Another newer Wart. Can never have too many red lipless crankbaits in the spring. Another little 1.0 square bill. And one more Norman. What do you guys think of that? That's a lot of crankbaits for a few $100. Let me know what you think. Feels like a pretty good haul. Pretty excited. So some of that's going to end up in my tackle box. Some is going to end up on Whatnot. Maybe some will get some repaints from buddies like AJ or TK. If you like tackle hunting vids and tackle junkie vids like this, make sure you check out this playlist on the screen right here next. Decent color. You know, this is a very similar style to the DT Flat series, but in a Trolls 2 10-footer.